Hello, hello, hello. We are excited that you are on Tuesday, April 26th. I am now a grandmother. Woo! Woo! Okay, so we're excited about that. But enough of that. Let's start with Andrea. Andrea, you going to screen share?
I sent it to you. Did you see it? And if you can just do it from yours. It's an email.
Okay, well then you do crows while I find it.
Okay. It was a different video. That's why. Okay, you guys, who has a crow from the week? Who wants to give us some good vibes? Dee, you need a crow. Unmute, bring it on, bring it on, bring your amazingness. There is nothing too big or too small.
I'm sorry, hold on for a second.
We're crowing.
I'm sorry.
You turned in something.
I what?
You turned in a proposal. And I
oh yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, I turned in a wellness proposal for where I'm working at. So it was very, very nerve-wracking because it's the very first one I've done. But both my the executive assistant, who's the assistant to the CEO directly, and my direct supervisor were like, this is actually really good. So, and I attribute my confidence and just the thorough planning to my business. And
Awesome.
I always think about what you and Joe do. So yeah, I had you guys in my mind when I did this. So thank you, Andrea.
Victory.
So
Victory.
proud of you. So proud of you. I have to tell you, this morning on my daily hotline, I shared that I get really inspired by documentaries and bands and all of this. And I was watching Coldplay and I love them even more after watching it. But what he always said to his band from the very beginning, it was a bad word, but he was like, this is poopy. This is poopy. And he kept pushing them to that excellence. And so I just am so proud of all of you, because coming together, we constantly can get better, and iron sharpens iron. So who else has a crow? Well, thank you, Dee. I know I went a little bold with my lipstick. Anyone working on these awesome bouquets? You guys, these bouquets are so much fun to make, and they are so beautiful. I hope you will really get in. Tomorrow is admin assistant day, so you still have some last minute people you can get on the phone. There might be a gentleman in your neighborhood who wants to swing by your house instead of stopping at the grocery store for junk. Anyone? Okay, well, keep it going in the chat.
Andrew, look.
Thank you.
Do what, Amy?
I love her whole look. It's very polished, very polished.
Aw, thanks, you guys.
Okay, I think I have what you want me to share. So let's go this, let's go this, let's go this, and let's share.
I was kind of dragged to my first seminar, but it only took a second of being there to see this was something completely different. For me, it's where dreams were born. It just stirred so much excitement to see.
It's not sounding very good.
I know, the sound's horrible here too, and I'm watching it.
Did you press the button to share the sound though before?
Yes. Yes.
You did.
Yes.
Oh,
all of it. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, we can maybe just start it over. Can you make it bigger?
It was the
Turn up your volumes, girls.
I was kind of dragged to my first seminar, but it only took me a second of being there to see this was something completely different. For me, it's where dreams were born. It just stirred so much excitement to see so many women achieving. I remember getting to walk through the tunnel the first time. It was the coolest thing to just see, like, all the work paid off. My second seminar, I had to walk around to the freight elevator. The doors opened, and I turned around, and there was Mary Kay Ash. All I said was, "You're Mary Kay." For maybe 20 seconds, she held my hand, and for one moment, I had Mary Kay Ash all to myself. last year at seminar, a young lady walked up to me. I didn't know her, and she grabbed my hand and just prayed for me. I'm just grateful. I'm just so grateful for this sisterhood and for the love of each other in Mary Kay. I'm sorry, guys.
When I think of the spirit of seminar, it's something that lives within us. It's not a place. It is an energy, a feeling.
It's the beauty that radiates from the seminar stage. I love to be in front of women that are stretching my mind to a different level.
Seminar is a family reunion, going home for the holidays.
The best fashion show of the year.
A business school or Super Bowl.
It's an embrace.
It's love.
Seminar is everything.
Out of every crisis, there's something positive that comes out. And this has been something positive for all of us.
Social distancing is not social disconnecting. We're together. It's going to open the door for even more families are going to be able to watch too.
Everything that we talked about, the glitz, the glamour, they will see it right in their living room. And hearing your name called now will echo across the whole globe.
The anticipation is killing me. What all do corporate, what do I have up their sleeves? Get prepared, we're about to start.
Get ready for belief barriers broken.
I just can't wait. It's showtime.
We're here. It's Seminar 2020.
Hey, let me turn all this off.
If you struggle to lose.
Okay, we don't struggle for any of that.
Oh.
We don't struggle with any of that. Okay, so that was actually when they were launching Seminar 2 years ago, and they were going to do it virtually. So that was just to get everybody excited about that. But yes, it is so amazing, and it's going to be in person. And you guys, I cannot encourage you enough. Register now, and because we've got to get y'all in the hotel. And we're choosing, we're going to try to stay at the Omni, and we're in a block with a national. So we just have to get everybody registered, and then we'll get the room situated. So it's super, super important that you guys get registered like tonight before you go to bed. Okay. And then we'll work out the rest in the next 24 hours. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go to our slideshow. And then we're going to actually do breakout sessions tonight. So that's going to be super fun. And so let me see if I can get everybody where we can see. Okay, so this, we're putting these pictures up because this was actually pictures at Seminar. And you do get fancy for awards night. It's really fun. And, you know, you can dress however you want, but it's a lot of fun to get all dressed up. And that's what we have done in the past. So we already did Consultant Crow, but Andrea, can you go ahead? Oh, you know what? Something weird is going on with my thing. Okay, there. Can you go ahead and do the count up?
Yeah. Absolutely. I can only see like 5 people, but let's go ahead and raise your hand if you had at least 5 income producing activities for the week. Keep it up. Of course, I can't see when you have your picture on, but I do see Amy.
Yeah.
Keep it up for 10. Congrats. Keep it up if you had 15. And Amy, how many did you have for the week? 7?
10.
10. Okay, way to go. I think you are a weekly queen of IPAs. Remember, you guys, when you're just focused on 2 a day, that really is 10 in a week, which is what they consider part-time consultant activity. And when you start to bump it up to 3 a day, now you're working towards earning your car. And it's not magic. It's what? It's mathematical. So it really does go back to just the activity that we're doing.
Okay, real quick, because I forgot to do it last week, I'm going to do our on-time drawing for last week, and then I'm going to do one for this week as well. So, and I want to do it now before I forget, and then we'll go back to the slideshow, and then we'll draw breakout rooms. So, Vicky, whoop, whoop. time and she's always the first one on. So, and let me see who else we have. We have Amy. She's always on time. Okay, so y'all are gonna get prizes. Yay, yay, yay. And I've already got another prize I got to mail to Amy. So she's just raking it in. All right. Okay, so I want to show you guys something. I asked you guys to have pen and paper tonight because I want to go over some numbers with you. And then we're going to talk about this in the breakout room. So don't feel like you have to memorize this, but I want you to think about something. I want you to start thinking to yourself right now, because it's what we're going to talk about in your breakout rooms. What is your profit goal between now and the end of May? What is your profit goal? So you can think, okay, how much do I want to make a week, or how much do I want to make in the month, or how much do I want to make a day? And I used an example of $1,000. Okay. And then how many faces is that? So if you look in the second line of the example, you take what you want to make, you divide it by 40%, because we pull 40%. 50% goes back into your store and 10% is a cushion. Yes, we make 50%, but I always want you to be conservative and have that cushion. So I say 40%. So if you divide 1,000 by 40%, your selling goal will be $2,500 between now and the end of May. Okay, then you take 2,500 and you divide it by $75, because you are going to average $75 a face, and that equals 33.3 faces, but I don't see a lot of people running around with a third of a face, so I rounded up to 34 faces. Now, how often do you guys hear Andrea and I say 30 faces a month, 30 faces a month, 30 faces a month, 100 faces a quarter? I mean, guys, if you can focus on that, even if you fall short of it a little bit, if you can focus on that, you will be shocked and amazed at your numbers and how many people you have to go back and talk to about follow-up facials, about the marketing plan, all of that. Okay, then if you did 34 faces, 1 out of every 3 people wants to just hear a little bit about your marketing plan. They're not committing, they just want to hear about it. So that's 34 faces, which equals doing 11 to 12 marketing shares. And then you take 12 marketing shares, you divide that by 3, because 1 out of 3 is probably with $30 sign up fee. About 1 out of 3 is going to say yes. And that gives you 4 team members. So focusing on a profit of $1,000, you're going to sell 2,500. That's about 33 to 34 faces. And that's if you have no reorder business, like no reorder business. It's all new business. Reorder business is the icing on the pink cake, right? So that's how you kind of figure all that. So let's look at this one more time. I'm going to go through it with you again. Look at the example. That's a lot easier to follow. If your profit goal is 1,000, you divide it by 40% and it gives you how much you have to sell, how much you're choosing to sell. You take how much you're choosing to sell and you divide it by $75, because that's the average. And that's about 34 faces. And then 1 out of every 3 faces will want to hear a little bit about the marketing plan. And then 1 out of every, a third out of those marketing shares is going to say, yes, I want to join your team. Now, take a screenshot of this or write this down real quick, because this is what we're going to be chatting about in a few minutes. I want you to think about it. But you got to have a number in your head. How much do you want to make? How many team members do you want? You got to have those numbers. A tracked number grows. But if you're not tracking it, that's like getting in your car, taking off with your family, bags are packed, but you have no GPS, no map, and you really don't even know where you're going. But you're making great time. Okay. All right. So these are our challenges of the month. And what we're doing is we're extending this into May. So you're going to see when we do our breakout rooms, you're going to see that what I'm shooting for, $1,000 profit, is going to be pretty much the P15, but it's going to be the 30 faces and not 48. I can go for 48, but you know, that's about the P10, between the P10 and the P15, okay? And these are the prizes that you will earn from your director when you do this. Okay, the second part is your marketing shares. Even if you have no desire to grow a team, you need to learn how to do the marketing plan. There are 3 things that people want to know before they get started, Mary Kay. How much does it cost to get started? How much time will it take? And how much money will I make? You learn the answers to those 3 questions, because that's the 3 questions most people are going to ask. Sorry, now I've got the hiccups. And at that point, you already give them that information. You overcome objections as you're explaining the marketing plan, and then you sign them up. Yay! All right, this is how you get your pearls. Okay, we're not doing this. Okay, Andrea, talk about STAR real quick before I lose my voice.
Star. Oh my goodness, you guys, we are almost 1 month, right? What's today? Yeah, no, May would be 1 month out. So we're a little over 6 weeks, and you want to track where you're at, because STAR is really just breaking it down. And if you've lost some of your weeks, then you've got time. You've got a lot of time, but it really is rewarding you for being somebody who gets back up and understands deadline and keeps yourself accountable throughout that time period. Now, what are the rewards? Well, the biggest reward is just knowing that, number one, you can create new business no matter what. You can create new customers. You can service your customers. You understand how to have customer service, and that confidence is what moves you forward. But then let's be honest, having referrals from the website is an awesome way of building up those extra new customers and having those referrals. Not only knowing that you always have what people need, it's one of the biggest reasons we open our mouth. When we know we're low on something, guess what? We are timid. We don't talk. We are nervous that we won't be able to give great customer service. So that confidence is out there, and Mary Kay rewards you. Oh my goodness, for doing your job, you're getting these amazing rewards. And I just got to tell you a little secret. So I have a lot of points. You can go in and you can do weekend getaways. You can do computers. There's so much now available, but here's what I want to tell you. It is easy to get confused. And what does a confused mind do? Nothing. So find something that's on that poster. You've got to be basic enough that you trick your subconscious brain and get that picture all over your office. Put it in your flip chart, share with people your goal, and tell them how many faces you need to do, new faces, to get there. And then Mary Kay rewards you. If you choose not to take that prize, you can take a gift card. There are so many options. And I just got 2 outdoor rugs, and they were not cheap. It was almost $2,000 for all of these things. And it was because of my STAR money. So I want you to know that you can use these funds in so many great ways. So have some fun picking out your goal and sharing with everyone.
So the other day I had a friend come over and she goes, I just want to know, besides all that jewelry you wear all the time, what else in Mary Kay have you earned? And I go, well, besides cars? And she's like, yeah. You guys, I didn't even realize. I started walking through my house, my luggage, the lamps, the flower arrangements, I mean, how did I exist before Mary Kay? Frames, I mean, beautiful frames. Like, what is this? The bee frame that I'm looking at right over there. Gorgeous, like designer frames, pots and pans, dishes, flatware, like all kinds of stuff. My pink wagon that I take everywhere. So that is so much fun to show people what you've earned, and we're using it on a daily basis. It's so much fun. Okay, so enough of that, but you do want to go for the big prizes because it's just so much fun. All right, so this is our 6-month consistency club. So we're so proud of Chrissy. She's already gotten all the way to April, and all these other fabulous consultants have gotten January through March. So remember, consistency is the key, always. Also, right now, Mary Kay is allowing you to earn your red jacket for free. They're even paying for the shipping. I'm like, that's awesome. Like everything, they're paying for everything. They're just going to ship it to you. So we just want to encourage you guys who've never been in a red jacket. I think they've only done this once every 2 years, just in the past maybe 6 or 7 years. So this is going to be super fun that you will earn your red jacket and the company will pay for it. That's so cool. 3 new active team members. Okay, we are going to do our pop points. Okay, here are pop points. Now, I'm going to explain this even more next week when we do our end of the month reco, but you get your pop form. You can go to joannashipe.com or you can go to Andrea Zajac Go Cards Pro and you find the month we're in and you print it off. And all this A, B, right over here, A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way to N, there's different categories. And all these categories, you fill in the points you earn each week according to the category. So the first one is going to be category A. You get 10 points for being on the Zoom call live or by posting your takeaway by Wednesday and watching the video. So this would, of course, this is July, but let's say it's the weekend, July 25th. So you would give yourself 10 points in column July 25th in row A. Then we go to B, 10 points submitting your weekly accomplishment sheet. So you would go to week ending July 25th, row B, give yourself 10 points. We try to keep it as simple as possible, but I could see where all these words and these columns and all, you're like, eh. And then the goal is to always turn this in immediately after the last week of the month in Reco. Now, this month can be a little bit confusing because just like last month, the Reco form goes into the next month. So it doesn't end on April 30th. It actually ends on May 1st. Your company recognition is month to month. That's your orders, your team members, all that. But your weekly accomplishment and your pop form, it goes to the last Sunday, okay? So that's going to be May 1st. And it'll say that on the form. It'll have week ending this, and then the last one that says May 1st, okay? All right. If y'all have any questions, feel free to call me and make sure you have the form in front of you. And I'll be more than happy to go over it with you because we're going to try to do the same thing next year. So y'all don't have to relearn something new. Okay, so go to row A, the week ending April 24th, and give yourself 10 points. Okay, if you turned in your weekly accomplishment sheet, if your face is right here, give yourself 10 points in row B. For every new face that you completed the week ending this past Sunday, go to row C and give yourself 10 points for every new face. If you did 5 new faces last week, give yourself 50 points. If you did 3, give yourself 30 points. And it's a full circle appointment. It's not a dash and go. It's a full circle appointment. Okay, now we're going to see who our weekly queens are. Yay! Sinar's not on, but she's our queen for the week. And so in row D, if you were queen of the week or you had a 300 or higher week, you would give yourself points in row D. Then I don't know what happened to E. What happened to E? What happened to E? Hold on. Let me see what row E is. Oh, new team members. Okay, we didn't see that anybody had any new team members. So skip row E and then F. Any week that you do 3 new faces, 3 marketing shares, and at least $300 in sales, in row F, you give yourself 50 points. Now, I cannot tell y'all how many times we've had consultants do the 3 full circle faces, do the 300 in sales. They just don't do the marketing shares. It's no pressure. It's a quick marketing share. Your director follows up. We thank her if we're not on the phone with her or live with her in person. We thank her for just giving us that time and to please be a talent scout for you. Okay, very low key. In row G, anytime you have a new team member who's Great Start qualified, you give yourself 50 points. Okay, then the rest of the rows we do at the end of the month when all the total recognition is done. So let's go back to the form and you're going to see monthly recognition. You get 50 points for every Great Start qualified. H is 25 points if you're the queen of monthly sales, or 10 points if you're on the court in the top 5. 25 points for being the queen of sharing, 10 points for being in the top 5. 50 points for every $600 in wholesale orders you place. Okay. So if you place $1,200 in wholesale orders, you give yourself 100 points. Okay. Or you get 30 points in row K if you do 400 to 599. Okay. And 20 points if you do 225 to 399. You get 50 points if you move up a level on the career path for the first time. You get 50 points for being on target for your car with 10 or more active team members and $5,000 wholesale team production. And 50 points if you do the power of 10. And basically what this is it's anytime you do the monthly challenge. And y'all know the monthly challenge right now, let's go back, is, and this is all over Facebook, this one and or this one. That's your monthly challenge. And you give yourself 50 points for that. So you not only are getting all these prizes and these rewards, but you're also getting to double dip in a lot of it. You're going to get 50 points for this, and you're going to get 10 points for this and 50 for this. So, and the reason why we do the queen gets so many and then her court is because I don't think it's, you know, fair if you have the queen gets points and you were there, you were like in the top 5. I think you should get points as well. So we give points left and right. Like every time you turn around, we're giving y'all points. So take advantage of it. Print that sheet off and just remember that last category is the monthly challenge. We just haven't edited it. Okay, now, Andrea, I'm going to teach you how to do breakout rooms.
Oh, I practiced once.
You did. Okay. So I'm going to go down here where it says breakout rooms and I'm going to left click on it.
Okay.
I'm going to create 2 breakout rooms and I'm going to assign manually.
So I do or don't do this?
Huh?
Do you want me to do it along with you?
I think you'll mess it up.
Okay.
But we can do it and then I can stop it and then you can do it. And let's see. Okay. So let's do this again. You click on breakout rooms.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, we're going to create. Can you see this that I'm doing right now?
Yeah, I've already got it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you want me to hit create?
Yeah, hit create.
Okay, and then I just assign Courtney. Oh, wait a minute. We're doing units, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so Miss Eugenia. I'm so excited. I got Julian and then Vicky and then Zulema. They are all going in room 1. And then room 2 are my girls. Yay. And how much time do we have?
We've got 30 minutes.
Okay, so do I put the time in for options?
You can. I would put 20. Put 20.
Breakout rooms close after 20.
Did you put Monica in one?
Yeah,
I didn't hear
she's
you
all.
say her name. Okay.
I didn't say everybody, but I put all of your girls in that room.
Okay.
Countdown after closing breakout room.
Good.
Is that 60
Okay.
seconds?
Okay, so it's going to pop up on your screen, guys, to join your breakout room, and you have to click join.
And then we'll come back and we'll close.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a good story to close.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. See you,
Okay.
girls. Did it work? Did it work?
Okay. Andrea, you got to assign yourself to a room, but I'll do
Oh,
it.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you're in room 2. And I'm going to join room 1. Yes. Now we're just us. Yay. Okay. Let's look at these numbers again. Okay. I'm going to actually screen share and show you what this looks like again. Okay. So guys, you have pencil and paper. Do you have a calculator? You have a calculator? If you're on your phone, your calculator's on your phone, then you don't have a calculator. So you can give me the numbers and I can do it. So somebody give me what do you want to make between now and the end of May? How much do you want to make?
3,000.
Okay, well, I already did that one.
Okay.
Okay, so 1,000. So you take 1,000, you divide it by 40%.
No, I said 3,000.
Oh, 3,000. See, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to take 3,000. You divide it by 40%. So your goal is to sell 7,500. Well, that's pretty easy to figure out with 75 a face, right? Right?
So I came up with 100.
Okay, so your goal is 100 faces between now and May 31st. Out of 100, at least 30 of them are going to be willing to listen to the marketing plan, and a third of those will sign their agreement. So you'll end up the month with 10, possibly, I mean, you might as well go for, you know, the whole kit and caboodle, a dozen, and you'll have that many team members, and you will have $3,000 profit, and you will probably be making a very healthy commission. With $3,000, you're going to be placing about between a $3,200 and a $3,500 order. So you and your team, if they do another, you know, extra amount, 1,500 to hit 5,000, now you're on target for your car. If you do double that, you're halfway to earning your car. You guys, this is how the pros do it. Now, if you're looking for hair and nail money, then shoot for a lot lower. See how it feels to track it 1 month. Track it, work it, focus on it every day. What do I have to do every day? What am I choosing to do every day? And then see how it feels. Because once you start tracking numbers, you're going to be like, this is so freeing. Let me ask you guys something. How many of y'all make a list before you go do your big grocery shopping? I don't mean like milk and, okay, you make a list. Y'all don't, do you make a list, Amy?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right. I want you to imagine you're doing your big monthly grocery shopping, okay? Not just picking up little things here and there, but you're filling the cart, okay? But you didn't have a list. Do you think you might possibly end up getting distracted? Oh yeah. That's like when you go into Walmart with just 4 things on your list, do not grab a shopping buggy because mentally you want to fill the buggy. It doesn't look right with 3 or 4 items in the bottom. So next thing you know, you were going to spend about $30 at Walmart and you ended up spending like 100. Okay. So having that list, having that tracking is what keeps you focused on where you need to invest your dollars, right? How many of y'all make out a list of everything you have to get done every day? You have a calendar that looks like this, okay? Yeah, that tells you everything you have to do. And then I have my to-dos in my phone, and I literally, because ever since I had COVID, I have no short-term memory. So I literally go into my phone as I do things and I write done, done. I don't just delete it. Okay. That's just a little tip for y'all. That way, later on, if I think, did I send that email to Vicky? I go back and look and it says email to Vicky, done. Prizes to Amy, done. Okay. So it's not that we're stupid, but women have so many things going on at one time that when we want to do something and do it well, we must have a tracking sheet. My calendar just flew away. Okay, I've got my fan on. So that's why we really try to get y'all to focus on what is your goal? What will make you so excited to have done on June 1st? You're going to be like, I have $3,000 profit. I followed Joanna's plan. It works. And you guys, you can look for other ways to do this. You can, you know, I've had consultants copy 1,000 flyers and put them in 1,000 mailboxes and get no responses. I've had consultants pass out goodie bags, spend a fortune on goodie bags all over the place and not get any numbers back. And they really get no response. I do 3 times a year, I do $150 roll-up bag for 3 events that we do at our church. And in that roll-up bag is a gift certificate for $100 in Mary Kay. I have never had anybody call me and say, I want to cash in my gift certificate. I don't have that connection with them. If I were right there when they want it, and I would go, Vicki, hi, I'm Joanna. It's so nice to meet you. You have $100 or $50 or $25 gift certificate in that basket. Let's get together. When are you free? I don't ever know who's going to win it until like the next day. And I'm like, okay, who won that? And they're like, I don't know, some girl with dark hair. So this is why, I mean, I don't mind doing it, but I've been doing this now for 7 years for my church. And I have never had anybody call me and say, hey, I won that gift basket and I want to get together with you for my appointment. Okay. And y'all, I'm good. Okay. But if you don't make that connection with people, and I have to say this too, if you don't share your goal with them, then it may not happen. And it's a matter of putting pictures on your Facebook page, putting pictures in your Instagram, telling people when you call them, oh my gosh, hey, this is Eugenia. Do you have a quick minute? Sure, Eugenia, what's up? I've accepted a challenge from my director to put Mary Kay on 30 faces this month. How many faces can you be responsible for? I'm doing it every Saturday afternoon from 3 till 5. So that's after the sports are over, after you fed your kids and your family lunch, and before date night. You'll look great for date night. Or if y'all just want to do skincare, just do skincare, do a dash out the door look, send them home. But you could literally do, and this is what I do when I was building my business. I did 2 Saturday mornings a month for an entire year without fail. Every Saturday morning. Sometimes it was double booked in my little teeny weeny house that would literally fit in my kitchen right now. At the kitchen table, they would pull up, they would all show up. I would give them incentives if they brought a friend with them that I didn't know. And then nobody walked out the door. I would literally stand at the front door and say, y'all can't leave till you schedule your follow-up facial with new friends. Oh my gosh, you're missing out. Everybody deserves that. Everybody's entitled to it. I would hate for you to miss out. You only tried a lip gloss and a cheek color today. Let's go whole hog next time. And I would stand at my front door because I had bills to pay and I needed the money. And that's how you start. You start with a need. You've got to find a need or make a promise to your husband or make a promise to yourself that you're going to pay a certain bill or you're going to pay it off. And that is what you're tracking. And, you know, some of y'all have heard this before, but that January 1st, when my husband walked out the door and said, good luck, and left me with $20,000 of credit card debt that he had run up, I said, watch my smoke. Because you know, hell hath no fury like a what? A woman scorned, right? And he went off to see his girlfriend and I took care of the kids and I made the house payments and we ate a lot of peanut butter and jelly, but we did it. And 6 months to the day, on June 30th, my mother came in town to help me close out the seminar year. On June 30th, she came in. I was actually taking a bubble bath. She said, you need to go and relax and just go take a bubble bath or something. I'm in the bubble bath and she comes in and she goes, do you know what this is? And holds up the checkbook. And I go, what? She goes, well, I was just helping you with your bills. I just wrote the last check to pay off the last credit card that he ran up. You are debt free. And in that 6 months, I did 30 to 40 faces a month. That was my focus. I got help with my kids. You know, I might not have been there. Hi, Billy. I might not have been there for every single second of everything, but my kids knew I was on a mission. They had goal posters. I had goal posters. we became like Mary Kay consumed. I remember one time I was walking a lady out to her car and Kevin yells out the window, "So Mom, did you get her?" And I'm like, excuse him. And he's like, "Miss, you need to be selling Mary Kay because my mom is on a mission and she has a goal." But you know what? You get your kids involved, you get your husband involved, you get everyone involved. I mean, when Andy met me, I was a driven woman and still am. I had goals and I had goal posters everywhere and I had pictures of everything I was going for and the pictures of the free cars and the Cadillacs and everything. And he's like, "What is this?" And I go, "This is Mary Kay heaven. Love it or leave it." But it's that subconscious viewing. When you had that tracking form, and you know what? We did not create another tracking form for you guys for this way of figuring this out, because y'all are big girls and you know how to put lines on a paper, okay? You know how to print off the IPA. You know how to go into my website and print off a form there that, you know, has 30 lines on it for the 30 faces. Get your kids to make a poster and put 30 circles on it. And every time you do a face, they get to fill it in with the eyes and the smiley. And when they purchase at least $100, they get to get hair, okay? And if they join your team, they get a big heart around them, okay? Get your kids involved in your business and say, "This is what we're going for." And you're going to benefit. Kevin always had something on his goal poster. And, you know, when he set his sights on going to West Point when he was 14 years old, he got a goal poster. He had West Point posters up in his room. He knew what kind of grades he had to make. He knew what kind of, you know, services and volunteerism that he had to have. He knew he had to do this and this and this and stay out of trouble. He had goals. They were written down. He looked at them every day. That's why I love Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. I love that. Do y'all know that they teach them goal setting just by setting those different badges for them? They're teaching them goal setting. Have you ever worked at a job where you had no goals that were set for you, or a quota or a job description? As adults, we've always had, like, you knew what we were supposed to do every single day. And that's the thing about Mary Kay. You choose to participate. You choose to set the goals. You choose to do the activity. So let's take a little bit smaller number. Okay, let's take a little bit smaller number. Somebody give me, like, what's something you'd like to buy maybe for your living room, or a new dress, or something. Y'all always get stuff for your kids, but now I'm gonna start getting stuff for my grandchild. That sounds so weird. Oh, but you know, somebody give me something that you're working towards. You're gonna have to unmute. Piece of jewelry, a new vacuum cleaner. What? You're going to pay the electric bill?
Just to pay for seminar.
Okay, to pay for seminar.
And everything.
Okay, pay for seminar, the flight, the hotel. You're going to want to go shopping a little bit, everything. Tip money, everything. So let's say you're going to need, I'm going to say $500. You're a bigger spender than that, but I've learned how to do it a lot less expensive than you do. So $500. So we take 500, we divide it by 40%. You're going to have to sell, in order to put that money aside, $1,250. You probably do that in reorders. Okay. $1,250 divided by $75. That's 16 faces. How many of y'all could do 15 to 16 faces with no reorders between now and the end of May and clear $500 to be able to go to seminar debt free? How many of y'all could do that? So why not do it? And you might be thinking, well, I can't go to seminar. I don't care. Use it for something else. What could you use $500 for? Take your husband for a spa weekend? You take a spa weekend? Sell the children off, dump the husband, you go to the spa weekend. You could do that. You could do that. And I want to tell you guys something. I don't know if y'all are watching the news, or I watch the business news. But with inflation right now, everyone's going to need extra money. And when your customers and your friends see you making this extra money, they're going to be like, huh, I could do what you do. It's not that hard. And that's why we keep our parties very simple. That's why we keep our appointments very simple. Hey, Courtney, remind me on Friday to film me so that we can show everybody our party with your peeps. Courtney's never seen me do a party with real people, and she lives like 15 minutes away. So I just want y'all to be thinking about who could possibly be struggling right now and in the months to come. Because I was running errands today and I got thirsty, and I ran through Burger King and got a medium iced tea. Do y'all know what it cost me? I couldn't believe it. It was $3.25. Iced tea literally cost pennies to make. Inflation is coming. And some of the predictions, and I'm not a doomsday prophet, but some of the predictions are that when bread is $5 a loaf and eggs are $7 for a dozen, people are going to be looking for a way to make extra money because our prices are amazing. I looked at something today in Good Housekeeping. I love Good Housekeeping because, you know, we have their seal of approval, and they were showing different prices of eye creams. I'm like, those eye creams are all more expensive than ours, and you get them at CVS, and ours cost less money. So don't think that our prices are too high, okay? Set your goals. Set your goals. Now, somebody else, give me an amount that you wanna do. And Vicki, I know you're probably gonna want $1,000 per seminar. So you're gonna have to sell 2,500, okay? Which is going to be about 25 faces. Okay. 25 faces. Between now and the end of May, you don't put anything on a credit card. Deposit it all in the bank. Use your debit card, and you know the money's there. You guys, I have lived in a world as a single parent where I had to say to myself, I have to do 5 more faces by Sunday to pay the electric bill. I have lived that life. I know what it's like. It is not fun. But the great thing is, I didn't have to go to my boss and say, can I have more hours? I didn't have to take another job as a waitress or a bartender or something and leave my kids at home. I just scheduled 5 more faces. I scheduled 3 more parties. And you just do it. And that's how you make it happen. So what do you want to pay for? Pick something that is in your mind is non-negotiable.
Check the chat. I think Eugenia has some there.
Oh,
And
what?
maybe Lema.
Oh, hang on. I haven't been checking it. 335. Okay. Is that all you need? You don't need any extra spending money? Just 335? Can we say 350? Just let her buy an extra box of popcorn or something. Okay, so let's do, so Eugenia, take 350, divide it by 40%. That means selling 875. Divide that by 75. That is 12 faces. That's 4 parties of 3, 3 parties of 4, or 12 individual facials. I knew it would have something to do with your kids. How much did that dress cost you? Nothing, because you borrowed it from someone. She could have borrowed one of mine. I can't wait till Chloe. Oh, we're about to get cut off. I can't wait till Chloe starts wearing my dresses. So cute. I love Chloe. She's my girl. Okay, we're gonna have to leave the room. We just got the notice. But do y'all understand how to take the amount, divide it by 40%, divide it by 75, because that's what you average per face, and then that's how many faces you'll need. And then just learn how to do a quick marketing. Just learn how to do it. I will teach you how to do it. Send me a Voxer saying, give me a quick 3 to 4 minute marketing spiel. I'll Voxer it to you. I'll Voxer it to everybody. Okay. Okay. All right. I think we have to leave the room. Do you have a little blue box at the bottom that says leave room? Okay. Click on that. Was that fun?
Yeah, that was great.
So do y'all know how much your goal is to sell and how many faces your goal is?
Yes, ma'am.
So you got to track it. You got to track it. Like anything else that is worthy of your time and attention and your commitment, you must have a plan. What does the Bible say? Without a plan, without a purpose, what do people do?
Perish.
They perish. And I was listening to an inspirational thing today. I'm going to turn it over to Andrea to close. And it said, if you are in your comfort zone, you have already lost. You've quit. Why quit? Why would you quit? Would you let your kids quit? Would you let your niece or your nephew quit? Would you let your friends quit? Why don't you treat yourself the way you do your loved ones? Okay. Andrea has a story to tell us. It's story time.
It's story time, y'all. This is really just brief but powerful, and it just goes back to being obedient. There are many times where you're probably, and if you've been around a hot minute like Joe and I, you're like, is it really worth it? Do I keep going? And there's moments that you have to revive yourself, and being here, give yourself a squeeze, because I got to tell you, the hardest thing is leading yourself, and showing up when you haven't achieved something is the most important time, because meeting is for when you've had a great week, the meeting needs you. And when you haven't had a great big week or a great week, you need the meeting. But we are better together. So I want to tell you about Martika and Menina. Now, we might know Menina Givens because she's been across the board a top director out of LA for years. Well, I just want to bring you to something that's really cool. Martika is her older sister. Martika and Menina's mom was a Mary Kay consultant, and her dream was always to have her girls be in the company, and she was ill and passed away a long time ago. So these two girls decided just to keep moving forward with her passion. Now, in 2019, I just learned this. Martika, who recruited Menina, Martika was a senior director at Seminar. She was 57 years old, and she and Menina had always dreamed about being national sales directors together. But Menina is an executive sales director, and Martika went to Seminar in 2019 as a senior director, only having Menina. Well, the pandemic happened. She and Menina have been very obedient. They have continued to raise up new red jackets, continued to believe in people, continued to show up every single week, even when sometimes people didn't show up for them. It is imperative to be a national sales director that you must hit 60 or under by 1 May of the year you would debut. 1 June of the year that you debut. As of today, Martika will turn 60 at the end of May, not June, May. Her birthday is in May, and she currently is finishing as a national sales director. She has every bit of new directors. Since 2019, she has offsprung 19 sales directors. Her sister, Menina, has offspring directors that count towards hers. And Menina turned 60 weeks before the deadline. She couldn't see it. Just like in Sunday service, we heard about doubting Thomas. Thomas said, I won't believe that Jesus came back until I can touch him, till I can put my fingers in his scars. And God said, blessed are you who believe, even if you don't see. So I just got to tell you, you may not see the evidence, but in your mind, you still have that dream. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And this victory that she will be walking on stage at seminar, and Manita, who has been, she achieved $1 million last year as a leader. She is hot on her trails, and their goal is together. They will be debuting their lifelong dream together weeks before Martika would have been disqualified. If you don't have chicken skin like I do, this is why being obedient. We might see the vision like this, but God sees the vision like this.
I love it. Love it. Well, that was inspirational. Wow. Wow. Oh, okay. Hang on. I did something weird. Gallery. There y'all go. Okay. Okay, guys, there's your inspiration for the night. It is 2 minutes before the end of the meeting, and this is knocking it off an hour. Remember, please, please, please submit your weekly accomplishment sheet on Sunday, because that will be for the entire, end of the month. And we will see you guys. If not sooner, we will see you soon. And we're excited. Are y'all excited? Because now you've got how to track these numbers. Now you've got to write out a plan. Write out a list of who you are going to call. 54321, dial. 54321, dial. And just do it. Don't find excuses not to do it. Don't start doing your floors and cleaning your bathrooms, and they're going to be dirty again next week. All right. Okay, on 3, we're all